Have you ever felt overwhelmed by the chaos of everyday crazy life and wish that you could escape to a world that is calm, cute, and cozy? If so, then may I suggest cozy games? Cozy games is a new genre, the most recent genre in the relatively new industry as a whole of video games, and it has emerged because of the lack of representation of these types of calming, more slow-paced video games in an industry that is mostly catering to people that enjoy high intensity and fast-paced kind of games. But that doesn't necessarily represent all the players that want to play video games. So this new genre has really opened up a world of possibilities for new game developers and new games to be in this space. So today I wanted to talk about all of the amazing benefits of cozy games and playing cozy games, and why I'm personally so passionate about this as the studio director of a studio that is creating a cozy game. So let's hop into this today. Why are cozy games so darn important? But first, if you're new, hello there. My name is Helena and I'm a game developer developing a cozy baking game called Madame Fifi's Bakery in my studio, where we are actually all women, and we're developing this game over the next year. And if you would like to play a cozy game, I would suggest playing our free demo, which is available on Steam and itch.io. And please, if you leave us a wish list as well, that's really good because you'll be notified when the game launches. So go to the link in the description to download the free demo on Steam. On with the video. First, escapism. Escapism is basically the state of mind that anyone enters anytime that they consume any piece of fiction. Or nonfiction, honestly. Anytime you read a book or you watch a movie or something that is not having to do with your daily life, that is escapism, because you're escaping your daily life to go into this alternate world and you experience it as if you are there. So having this outlet, if, for example, someone is living a life that is really hard at the moment, they're going through something really difficult, things aren't going well for them at their job, at school's really difficult, they're not having the best family situation, having an outlet to escape to is critical in order to have a healthy mind space. It's really important that we take care of ourselves, and I believe that cozy games is a great way to do this. For someone that has stress and anxiety, playing a cozy game would actually help reduce that, because they play low stress, low risk gameplay where everything is calm and slow paced, and they use this to lower their stress and feel connected and escape to a world where these issues that they have in their everyday life don't actually appear. Regardless if you have a solid friend group and solid relationships in your life, or if you don't, if you're not lucky enough to have that at this point in your life, as humans, we always crave a sense of community. We always crave to be connected with others because we don't want to be trudging alone through this life. Having a good relationship with yourself is critical, but it's really difficult to get through this life without having people to rely on and feeling that sense of oneness with others. And cozy games offer this to players. They really, really do. Cozy games such as Animal Crossing, for example, lets you interact not only with the villagers in your town, but friends that you may have long distance with. And instead of just playing some sort of, it's valid to do like these ping pong games or something, but having an island where you craft yourself and everything is like based on what you did and you decorated yourself, and then visiting someone else's island is like so much deeper, and you can actually build a real connection with a friend that's long distance or someone that maybe you met online on the internet. Same with Stardew Valley, same with all these games. Cozy games bring people together in a non-competitive way. Shooter games and MMOs also bring people together, but these are more for people that love competition and love fast-paced, violent games. I don't. Personally, that's not how I feel connected to others when I go through those experiences. I feel connected to others when I'm relaxed and when I get to craft something, kind of Minecraft as well. That's actually, I believe Minecraft is a cozy game. You can play it in creative mode, and these games offer people a sense of community, especially when they build wikis surrounding their favorite fandoms, when they build wikis and they share tips to build their favorite things for their house, to get the favorite colors and their favorite designs, different mods. These communities that emerge out of all games, but especially cozy games, create this sense of community that really can make someone's life feel a lot more full, in my opinion. This is really present in Madame Fifi's Bakery, where you play as the cat baker, Madame Fifi, and you have to make these connections with other animals. And all of the animals in the town are having different occupations and they all have different personalities. So imagine you're having a really hard day and then you come home and you know that you can turn to the world of Madame Fifi's Bakery and you can connect with the different animals and make friendships with them. The more you level up in their stories, the more you learn about them and bake them things that they enjoy, the closer you become to them. So you can decide which characters you want to become close to. And this sense of community is something that I think is going to be really helpful for a lot of people. Madame Fifi's Bakery is the cozy game that you turn to when you want to have a comforting friend group. Another thing that becomes really natural in these cozy games is inclusivity and diversity, because it feels natural to include diverse groups and diverse races and genders and everyone, because it tends to be these people who develop the game in the first place. So it doesn't feel forced. A lot of the time it feels like in these AAAs, people are catering to certain gender politics that they don't necessarily align with or agree with. And it comes across as fake. And a lot of people really have strong feelings against that, especially right-leaning people. I don't want to get political here, but I really believe that it comes across as a lot more authentic when cozy games show this diversity and advocate for this diversity. It comes across as natural and it comes across as they actually know what they're talking about and they genuinely care about these minority groups because they are the minority groups, and the minority groups are playing these games most of the time because they need that sense of comfort, because the real world can be friggin' scary sometimes, especially in male-dominated places. Non-violent gameplay allows for gamers that have not been gamers before to feel like they are valid gamers, because look, there are all these games now that are catering towards them. So they are a valid customer of these games and they are valid gamers. And lastly, having slow but meaningful progress is something that cozy games hit right directly on the head, the nail on the head. I'm not sure what the expression is, but having progress that doesn't go super rapidly, you know, like taps to riches kind of thing. My little brother, I have a brother who's 6 years younger than me. He would download Taps to Riches on my phone and play that freaking game, ask for my phone all the time. And I'm like, I get anxiety just looking at that game because everything builds up so fast. The idea is that you get one little building that generates dollars, and the more you tap on it, the more money you get. So you're trying to expand, and it's just tapping to get rich. Taps to riches. Cozy games are the opposite of Taps to Riches, if that makes sense. It's, still like capitalism for sure, but the idea of, I think that this is the reason why so many cozy games are farming sims, is because you really have to plant your seeds, water them, and wait for them to grow. And that can happen in many different forms. In our game, it's a baking game. You learn the recipes slowly. You become friends with the customers slowly. But then when you actually achieve it, not only does it feel more satisfying, but the rewards are better, because it's not just like you could easily get it. It's not like you could just tap to get it. It's something that you build intentionally, just like real life friendships. I think that cozy games emulate the essence of friendships the most accurately out of any other genre. I know that's a bold claim, but I genuinely believe that. And I've played a handful of these other types of games and I haven't felt that sense of community nearly as much. For example, Cozy Grove only allows you to play a certain number of hours every day or a certain number of minutes every day before you have to have a cool down time and wait for the next day. What this does is it makes sure that you don't get too addicted as well, but also you appreciate something because it allows for you to complete the story over multiple days. It's not like you can just rush through it and speed through it. It's like the antithesis of speed running, if that makes sense. If I've encouraged you to maybe pick up a cozy game or two and see if it's to your liking, then watch my Cozy Gaming 101 for total beginners, and it tells you everything you need to know to get started and a few game suggestions as well to see what you like, what you don't like, because maybe you don't like farming sims, maybe you do, but there's so much more to cozy gaming than just farming sims. So I hope this helped you out. I hope that this was enlightening for you if you're not familiar with it, or if you are familiar with it, that it reaffirmed your love for it and telling you that there are many, many game developers that feel this immense passion towards it, and I think that this passion and love towards the genre is what's going to create these really great games going forward, like Madame Fifi's Bakery. Make sure you play the demo. The link is in the description. It is completely free, and to wishlist it also on Steam. It's going to be coming to Steam and then potentially other platforms, seeing with interest, you know? And I hope you have an amazing day. Let me know what other videos you want to see, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!